Hi, this is Wellington calling from Workers Now. My name's Don Franks and I'm the Wellington Central candidate for Workers Now, standing in the coming election this year. Now, the reason why I'm standing in this election is because all through my working life, which is coming towards the last part of it, has been involved as a lower paid worker, either in the cleaning business or the lower reaches of the entertainment industry. And for workers on the lower paid workers in New Zealand, things have actually got worse over my working life. The amount of money that workers get relative to what they need to pay for rent and accommodation has not kept up. It's used to be able to rent a sort of an okay place for a cheap rental, and now you have to pay a high rental, certainly in Wellington and Auckland, for a substandard accommodation. Even that costs a lot. For the idea of owning a house is beyond the reach of more and more working people at the moment. That's something that I've seen sort of go backwards in my working lifetime. The same goes for quite a number of other things. For example, job security. It used to be able to start on a job and, if you wanted to, stay there for the rest of your life and then retire. These days, too much work is in the form of short-term contracts, which is a unsatisfactory way to live, really, because you've got no security. You can't plan for things or anything like that. Similarly with workers' prospects in terms of getting a family educated, keeping a family healthy, and having enough money over to have a bit of holiday and have a bit of recreation. All these things have gone backwards, and the worst thing that I think is that our safeguards for low-paid workers have also gone backwards. The union movement, for various reasons, we can go into this another time, but the union movement is a shadow of its former self, and fewer and fewer workers in unions of any kind, and those who are, the unions are not a terribly effective thing to protect workers, and it's no coincidence, I don't think, that inequality has grown in New Zealand in my lifetime while union organisation has gone backwards. So Workers Now is it's a small but very determined election initiative to bring some of these issues into the general election, to raise them up a bit higher. For example, our first point of our 10-point program is more money for workers now. An immediate rise in the minimum wage and benefit levels also for unemployed workers and for retired workers, and for annual state-funded mandated pay increases equal to the rate of inflation. Now, this is something that we should be entitled to, right? Because to make society work, you have to have people doing the menial, low-paid jobs. Otherwise, society won't function. If you just take the rubbish collection out for a couple of days, the place is in chaos. Then similarly goes for a lot of other things which are paid very minimal wages. Now, it's because we're in a capitalist system and the priorities don't go to the people who do the work and deserve to be rewarded for it. But that's also another story. But the thing is, what we need to do is fight back at the moment. And if we get together, we can do this. We can make a difference. So Workers Now stands for two things: to bring some of these issues into the election, and also, where we can, to organise outside of Parliament, which is really where it counts, because all the reforms that we have actually had throughout history have come because people have got together and made a fuss outside of Parliament, and Parliament's been forced to tick them off when the change is inevitable. Okay, but we use Parliament where we can because it's just another platform where workers' issues can be brought to the fore. Okay, so we'll have a bit more later. In the meantime, stay strong.